Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Bellingham. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Rodrigo. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And it's Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodrigo!
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Probing pass. Neatly clipped into space. Courtois gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. No goals as yet. And he's cut it out. That has ended up in no man's land. This looks promising. Tries a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he's quick to get rid. Hernandez. Looking for a runner.
Oh, the less said about that pass, the better.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Tchouameni. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Cherki. It's Dembele! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bellingham. Bellingham! Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's hoisted clear. Nice looking ball.
Madrid have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And here's Vinicius Junior. And it's Tchouameni. Looking for the run. Takes a shot! Cherki. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And it's Tchouaméni. Valverde. Rodrigo is onto this. Tchouaméni. Eder Militao kept his eye on it, and he's there. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half.
Oh, that's neat.
Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, look at...
And the shot! A skipper's goal!
Well, this is exactly what you want from your skipper, Peter. I mean, this was about as perfect a time as you can score. Some players already had their heads in the dressing room, but he remained alert. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for that.
And for the first half, that is that. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Madrid finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Madrid can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And here's Vinicius Junior.
And the shot!
And smartly reclaimed. And he's chosen to go back. He's had a shot! No, not quite.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And back to the keeper. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Mbappe!
France appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Koundé.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Cherki is in a really good position out wide.
Still chasing the game, trailing by one.
Almost an hour gone. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Rodrigo. Hernandez with the foul.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Place, le numéro 12. Le numéro 18.
Looking tidy in possession here. Can he finish? Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now, can they get him away? Rodrigo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Valverde, can he get it through? Rodrigo picks it up out wide. He's in a great position here.
Madrid really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And no, that was never going to make it. And here's Mbappe. Some really good ball movement. And the ball's gone astray. Hernandez. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Looking to play him in. It's the belly! It's a goal! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Attention, changement.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. France are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Barcola. And it's made its way to him. Oh, no joy this time. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Valverde. Here's Tchouaméni. Valverde. Herreras. It's a good spell of possession, this. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And that has left him in a heap. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that was very necessary.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 8, le numéro 17. À leur place, le numéro 13, le numéro 2.
That's been intercepted.
Changement.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played it again. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
It's a promising position. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
engages and forces him off the ball. Now, can they get it back?
3 minutes.
And here's Valverde. Aimed beyond the defence. There's the shot! And that's a sharp finish. Deep into injury time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch. And
but that signals the very end. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things already rolling.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Out of play for a throw. Hernandez crosses.
France clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Hernandez clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on...
He leaps for it! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Bellingham! It is a fantastic goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2-0, and in next to no time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal.
Great chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Madrid look comfortable already, 2 to the good and flying. And this is Rabiot.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cherki. Bellingham. That's a good ball out wide. Madrid have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they're quick to get it back. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Nicely weighted ball. Rabiot.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chance for a shot! Bellingham. He's looking wide. That's a throw. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Cherki. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And here's the chance to counter. Valverde. Chouameni tries to pass it through. Well, nicely intercepted. Valverde. Rudiger. Now Eder Militao, and it's Bellingham. Oh, that's delightful. Rabiot. Oh, it's Dembele. Cherki, and he is deftly away. And the shot! And that should get the job done. Early ball out from the back. No way through there. Bellingham does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Stood up well to him there. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Bellingham. Looking for options for move. Shot, surely! It's hit the crossbar. And the keeper's glad to see the back of that.
There's no doubt he made the right decision, but without the right result.
Hernandez. Hernandez.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
And the referee has blown for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Madrid clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Madrid sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 19. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 18.
So, into the second half. Chouameni, and that interception was most necessary. Chouameni, Valverde wins the duel this time. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. And it's Zaire Emery.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Dembele. Looking to play him in. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's clever. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Cherki charging forward, the ball at his feet. It's a really well-measured ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that is expertly dealt with. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Vinicius Junior, he's found a way through. And it's Bellingham. Well, he's not going to get any further than that. And that was asking for too much. Madrid, with this 2-goal lead, they are certainly looking much the more assured side. Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Over to the right flank. Threads one in. Rudiger deals with that comfortably. Valverde. And now the breakaway. Bellingham. Defending was strong and firm. Shapes to shoot! The interplay was really good, but that's where it stops.
Mbappe really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Lacroix with a definite foul there. Pass has gone astray. Mbappe. Oh, that is a nice touch. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Can he finish? Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Rodrigo stood his ground strongly. And it's Valverde. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And they are prompt with their pressing. Oh, good read. That's been cut out, well played. Bellingham. Dembele going after that. Carreras is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Mbappe.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's a sharp little ball here. He has a look up. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Madrid have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about... And a chance! Relentless! Just relentless! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Madrid find a position of real strength now. He has found the way through. Saliba defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Rabiot, spread to the right. Aims beyond the defence. This looks promising. He's having a shot! So that's it. It is all over. Madrid looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch, and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Madrid definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
And it's Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? He's on it, can he get away? Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Mbappe. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Bellingham, good, applies the finish! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Bellingham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, he's ended up in no man's land. Looking for the run. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Alexander-Arnold. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now it's Dembele. Tchouameni. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Valverde. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Koundé deals with that comfortably.
France really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And they can counter here. Lacroix. Koundé. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Dembele. Oh, cracking ball. He's having a shot! Goal! France! And France are in front. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Rabiot demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
France have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Mbappe. And this is Dembele. Dembele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's Dembele! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Reflections on the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Vinicius Junior!
He's there to belt it away. Time and again they are repelled. Good running, strong and purposeful. Valverde. Valverde charging forward, the ball at his feet. Rabiot did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Carreras. And here's Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. Cherki. Dembele going after that. And it's Valverde.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Bellingham. That's a smashing touch to get him away. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And that is the end of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, he's had a shot! It's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Madrid cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a...
Can he finish? Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Cherki with the short one. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Madrid are looking to go forward now. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Eder Militao. Bellingham. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Rabiot. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dembele proves just a little bit too strong. And a chance! And a neat finish! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Le numéro 12.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Nice looking ball, and he's in on goal. That's going to go a long way. And they're back on the ball again. No, he's not getting his way this time. Knocks it into space. Pass is just off target. Eder Militao has got himself a free kick.
Carreras. Here's Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior ploughing through the middle. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Vinicius Junior. That's destined for the flank. And it's Valverde. Tchouaméni. Can he get on the end of this? Pings in across. And that is well cleared. Nicely aimed pass. Just about up to 75 minutes. Valverde gets a good foot in there. He'll try from distance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 14.
Two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
À leur place, le numéro 6.
France have the chance to go the other way.
Changement en cours.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Hernandez. Mbappe chasing after it. France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Valverde cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now it's Kone. Mbappe.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Vinicius Junior. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Oh, what has happened here? And he plays one through. Oh, shooting chance! Searching pass he's played there. Valverde. And it's Arda Güler. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's Camavinga. And here's Vinicius Junior. Camavinga. Saliba. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And it's Diaz. No, he's not getting past him there. Forwards and with intent. Kone. And it's Hernandez. Probing pass.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
And that will be it. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
So we're very much on the way now.
And that was asking for too much.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy, Rodrigo, I suspect will be playing pretty much across that whole front line. He has the versatility to do that. Winger, auxiliary striker. He's one of the best around in one-on-ones, and he's such a quick...
Oh no, this does not look good. Dembele, Mbappe, shot a goal! He's delivered all right!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Valverde, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Rodrigo, Bellingham. Takes a shot! Bellingham! That is brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Madrid restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That's where it came from. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. That's a shade optimistic. Koundé. Oh, that's well spotted. Chouameni. And it's Bellingham.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Now it's Mbappe.
That pass isn't the best. Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates. Hernandez. Back to the keeper it goes. Eder Militao. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Eder Militao. He's had it taken off him. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And the pass is intercepted. Rabiot.
France definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And it's Rabiot. Dembele. And this is Dembele. Carreras. That's going wide left. Bellingham. Here's Tchouaméni. Rodrigo. In with the challenge. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Tchouaméni. Carreras. Looking for the run. Now he's off and running. Eder Militao cuts it out. And it's Bellingham. Valverde. Great vision. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, it's Dembele. Rabiot. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, important interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Ah, he's given it away. He's picked his way through. Dembele. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Dembele clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Now, has he got the beating of his marker here?
1 minute.
Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, super find. And this is Dembele. And it's Dembele. And the shot! What a wonderful goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example.
And that is all they have time for. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second. And a chance! And it's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest.
Vinicius Junior! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Valverde was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Looking for options for move. Shoots! Goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
France have their lead. He has a look up. Not a hint of... Goes for a shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Simplicity itself.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. France visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
And things are
just about within shooting range. And he couldn't quite make it 6.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Chouameni. This is a promising build-up. Carreras wins the duel this time. Pass somewhat off target. Rabiot. Deftly away. Well, he's done very well to take that back. Threads one in. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24.
So we have movement on both benches.
14. À leur place, le numéro 12. Le numéro 18. Changement.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Mbappe has been caught there. It's a foul.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 5. À sa place, le numéro 6.
He's not got that quite right. And he thumps it clear. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Bellingham. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's found support out wide. Zaire Emery, and the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, easy pickings there. Can he get it through? Takes a shot! It's a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
France are having a ball here. Could be danger here. Barcola.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And he has been fouled there. And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. And that interception was most... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable.